All right, welcome back to some more Baseball 9. Today I'm back with the current team, and in this one, I'm going to be welcoming another new prime tier player to the team. It's been long overdue considering this was the first ever player I recruited. He's been there since the beginning when this team was founded. He's the OG of OGs, and that is none other than Ronald Acuna Jr. We replaced him from the squad after he tore his ACL in real life back in May of 2024. But after recovering from the injury for about a year, he returned this season back in May, and he's been on a tear ever since in real life. And so that prompted us to welcome him back in the Royal 2 Championship. And now it's time to make him our next prime player. We got 5 prime badges, 550,000 coins, and here is our newest prime. Welcome to the squad, buddy. There are what his attributes are looking like, and he'll be making his prime debut here in today's gameplay. Also, real quick before we get this thing started, just a reminder that this Saturday, July 19th at 9 a.m., I'll be attempting to beat Baseball 9 in one stream with the current team for the first time by going back and replaying and trying to win every league from Rookie 3 to Royal 1. I can't wait to see y'all there. We're back at home here at Brothers Park, and we got ourselves a revenge game against the Monkeys. And again, they're the highest overall team in the Royal 1 League. They're just consistently good. And we got our best pitcher on the mound, a 129 overall prime Ohtani. We're not messing around this time. The last time we faced the Monkeys was in the Royal 1 Championship. We had a 3-2 lead. All we had to do was win one game, and we lost both Game 6 and Game 7. And they went on to win the Royal 1 Championship, and we had to replay it and beat it our second time around. But we didn't throw our best pitcher Ohtani in any of those games because we had Max and Tariq making their debuts. Can we finally get the monkey off our back, no pun intended, and win our first game against them? Well, we got ourselves a full count already, and I don't want to start this with a leadoff walk. But I also don't want to give him anything too good right here. Let's try that cutter, low outside, get him on top of it. And you know what? Whether we walked him or not, he gets on first with that hit right there. A leadoff single. Not how we wanted to start this thing. 0-2 count, and believe it or not, I'm not going to try and start this thing with the high inside cheese. And we're going to go with one of my best pitches, the Vulcan change, low and away. Maybe we roll 2. And we were close right there. A liner to Harper, he makes the catch, and there's 1. 1-2 count, we're going to sinker away and keep it low. We get him to pop it up. And Cal makes the catch for out number 2. Can we start this thing off with a scoreless inning in the first? He takes the sweeper the other way, and Judge makes the play. I thought he would have to dive for it, and we get a scoreless inning in the first just like I wanted. Bottom of the first, and they got their best overall pitcher, a 138 prime Quintana on the mound. He shut us down in Game 7 when we played him in the Royal 1 Championship, and we got our prime 125 overall Ohtani leading this thing off. And if we learned anything from the last time we played him, it's that we were too conservative and need to be more aggressive. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're swinging at the first fastball we see, and you know what? We were a little out in front of it. We should have drove it the other way. That's okay. And now we got prime Ronald Acuna Jr. up in his prime debut. Can he get things started in his first at-bat? And we're just late on the fastball. A few feet more to the left, and that would have been down for a 1-out double. Let's straighten it out. Well, now we got ourselves an 0-2 count, and we're fighting here already. We get a sweeper, and again, a few feet foul. We're just missing it. And he gets us on the changeup low in the dirt. Twice we could have had a base hit. Now with 2 outs, that brings up Aaron Judge in the 3 spot. Our best overall batter. Another 2-strike count, we're fighting again. Is that gonna get down? And no, we hit the fastball, but again, another fly out and a 1-2-3 for us here to start. 0-2 count, you know what? We're gonna try the high inside cheese for the first time today, using the cutter. And we dot the corner, baby. You can't throw it much better than that. Come on, Acuna. And, oh my gosh, he slides for it and it gets past. This is not a great prime debut for him to start. A strikeout, and then he misses the first opportunity he has the day. They're out here doing him dirty. Now we got a man in scoring position with 1 out. All right, we get him to pop up. Come on, Tatis. And a bloop single to score their first run. This game, man, that's all I can say. And they get on the board first and take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second.
Cheese.
Right to Ellie. Let's roll 2 and get out of this inning, baby. All right, we're out of the inning, and we limited the damage to only 1 run. Bottom of the second, we got Bryce Harper leading this thing off in the cleanup. Once again, he's filling up the zone this game. We got a 1-2 count. We're fighting again. We get another fastball, and what do you know? Another fly out. Right down the middle. Now that brings up Cal with 1. First pitch swing on the fastball. And another fly out. They're just too speedy out there in center. 2 quick outs, and that brings up Ellie. Another 2-strike count, and we're fighting. And he gets us on the sinker. Has us doing a 720. You've got to be kidding me. That was out of the zone. And he pulled it down the line for a leadoff double.
Safe.
We almost threw him out, though. I'll give Acuna props with that arm out there and left. But now we got ourselves another situation here in the top of the third. Pulls it down the line right to Harper, and thought we were going to double him up, but at least we got an out. Another full count. We do have an open base. I don't want to walk him, but I don't want to give him anything too good. Not with the runner in score position. Sweeper low and away. And we should have gotten into that zone. Another double. And we're down 2-0 here already. I'm having flashbacks right now. 2-2 count. We're going to try that sweeper in. And we got him. There's 2. All these full counts are killing us. Ohtani is already at 48 pitches and it's only the 3rd inning. Can we please just get out of this inning right here? Sinker low and away. And we dot the corner with another strikeout. Bottom of the 3rd, we got Tatis leading this inning off. What do you know? A 1-2 count here to start the bottom of the 3rd, and now we're fighting. And we take the change the other way, but it's a liner to the first baseman. There's 1, and that brings up Betts now. You know what? With these guys, we're just going to contact swing only. We chase the fastball, but that might get down for our first hit, and no, it hangs too long. Why can't we get a blooper? Another quick 2 outs, and that brings up Henderson. 3-1 count. I will take a 2-out walk for our first base runner. And there it is. We finally got our first base runner of the game, and that's big because it brings the top of the lineup back up with Shohei Ohtani. He homered in both games against the Monkeys in the Royal One Championship. If he does it right here, we tie this game up. 3-0 count. I'll take back-to-back walks. Or a home run on a changeup right down the middle. And he ties it up just like I said. Every time we played the Monkeys, Ohtani has homered. He owns them, y'all. And it's a tie game just like that, baby.
Yeah.
And now that brings up Ronald Acuna Jr. and his second at-bat of his prime debut. And we get the fastball, but he flies out to center. But you know what? At least we tied this thing up. You've got to be kidding me. Another blooper, man. And there's a leadoff single to start the top of the 4th. Splitter low and in on him. Right to Betts. And, oh, I thought we were going to be able to double him up, but we'll take the out. Oh, my gosh. We just can't throw anything in the zone, man. That O'Neal is too nice. Now we got another situation. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, only 1 out. We just can't help ourselves. Thankfully, it's a liner right to Acuna. I will give up the sac fly right there for another out. They take the lead right back and make it a 3-2 game. 2-2 count. We've gone all sweepers away from them. Let's go Vulcan change in towards them. We get him to pop it up. Come on, Judge, make the play. And that ends the inning. We limit the damage once again. And now that brings up Judge here in the bottom of 4th, leading this inning off. Exclamation point pitch and tie game just like that, y'all. Ohtani and Judge now each have home runs. We have 2 hits, 2 home runs.
Sheesh.
Now that brings up Bryce Harper. 2-2 count, we're fighting. Change up and just a liner down to 3rd baseman. Nothing we can do about that. Now that brings up Cal with 1. Should have laid off that change up. First pitch swinging. Was trying to jump on a first pitch fastball maybe. Now we got 2 and that brings up Ellie. We've worked it to a full count. I was hoping for another 2-out walk, but let's see who's going to win this battle. And he just heats us up on the 103 mile per hour fastball. I'll give Quintana props. Got to give credit where credit's due. That one got too much of the zone. That one was on me. And we start this thing off with another leadoff double, man. Too many times we have a man in score position with less than 2 outs. And it's been killing us. He's first pitch swinging at the cutter. You know what? That moves him over. We'll take the out. He's all over the fastball. Ellie makes the play, and now we got 2. Can we finally get another scoreless inning? We haven't done it since the 1st. First pitch swinging. That wasn't even in the zone, man. And we give up another run for the 4th straight inning. These guys are good. 1-2 count. Can he chase the high outside cutter? He's on top of it. Beautiful. Right to Harper. Step on the bag. At least we're consistent, y'all. Bottom of the 5th, we got Tatis leading this inning off. High inside fastball, and we can't even get out of the infield. Quintana nerfs us so hard every time I play him. 1 out now, that brings up Betts. Y'all, the bottom of the lineup literally cannot get in that infield. This is sad. Now that brings up our 9-batter Gunnar Henderson. We got a 2-2 count, we're fighting. Thought that was gonna be a sweeper. It was a fastball to the zone, would have been ball 3, and we're back to another 1-2-3 inning for us. If Blue squeezes me one more time, that should have been strike 3, but now we got a 3-1 count. We pretty much have to throw it in the zone with this ump. And it starts off with another leadoff single. We got to get some help, man. 2-2 count. I would love this in the dirt right here. And you know what? I would love a strikeout as well. That's huge. And I just realized Ohtani's in the orange. I need you to at least finish this inning, bud. 1-2 count. Can we get him chasing the splitter? Or maybe on top of it. Yes, yes. All right, line out to Harper. There's 2. We get him to pop up. This could be our first scoreless inning since the first. Cal makes the catch, and finally, in what could be Ohtani's last inning, he finally gets another scoreless inning. Bottom of the 6th, we got the top of the lineup back up with Ohtani. We've worked it to another full count, 7 pitch of that bat. We're fighting. We get the sinker, and what do you know? Straight to him. 1 out now, and that brings up Acuna for his 3rd at-bat in his prime debut. He is due, y'all. 0-2 count, and we're fighting. And we finally get our first hit that's not a home run of the game. Acuna gets on with 132 speed. We're going to steal him, and now that brings up Judge, who homered his last at-bat. And, of course, they go to the bullpen, and they bring in a 146 Salgado. This team is OP, y'all. Well, that's at least steal Acuna.
Ball.
And he steals second. He's in scoring position now, 1 out. Judge, if you get a hit, you tie the game. 1-2 count. We got to put this ball in play. Splitter the other way, and Judge homers again. Contact swing home run. And we'll take the lead for the first time this game. Taco. That ball was out of the zone, and he went down and got it. He golf swung it. And now that brings up Harper. That's what I'm talking about right there. First pitch swing on the fastball. Fly out to right. There's 2. Now that brings up Cal. 0-2 count. We're fighting again. Fastball. Can't get out of the infield. But you know what? All that matters is that we took the lead for the first time this game. Let's see if we can hold on to it now. Top of the 7th. Ohtani's in the orange at 91 pitches. I'm going to let him go until he gets in another situation. And Acuna makes a diving play. He makes up for the one he missed sliding in his first opportunity. That's the Acuna I know. We're going to try the Vulcan change, low outside corner. On the ground, right to Henderson. There's 2. Ohtani has now surpassed 100 pitches. This is going to be the last batter he faces. Here we get him to pop up. And De La Cruz makes the play out in shallow left field. And we finally get our first 1-2-3 inning in Ohtani's last inning of the game. That's how you finish strong right there. Bottom of the 7th, we got Ellie De La Cruz leading this inning off. He's over 2 with 2 Ks. At risk of the sombrero right here. We at least got to make contact. First pitch swing on the splitter. At least he didn't strike out. That's all that matters at this point for him. 1 out now, and that brings up Tatis. First pitch swing on the fastball. We just cannot put anything in the gaps, man. We have literally not put in the gap once this game. 2 outs, and that brings up Betts, who's also over 2. And they go to the bullpen again, and they bring in a 133 Velasco, the worst overall pitcher we faced today. We got to take advantage of this. Fastball right down the middle. And Betts goes Oppo Taco on a contact swing home run to extend the lead to 6-4. I was not expecting that. I told you, let's take advantage of this lower overall pitcher, and we are. Now that brings up Gunnar. All over that fastball, and that gets down as well. Do we got ourselves a little 2-out rally going? Because now that brings the top of the lineup back up on Ohtani. And they don't leave him in for long, and they go back to the bullpen and bring in a 146 overall prime Vasquez. Honestly, I saw it coming. It don't matter, though. That gets down. 3 straight hits, all here with 2 outs. Now that brings Acuna back up, who finally got his first hit in his last at-bat in his prime debut. Now he has a man in scoring position, RB opportunity. Can he clutch up and extend the lead even more? You know, he hits it hard, but sadly it's straight to him. At least we got another run on the board, though. And now it's the top of the 8th, and Ohtani's day is done. He gave us 7 innings, 4 strikeouts, and gave up 4 runs. Not bad, especially considering he has a home run while batting today as well. We're going to the bullpen, and let's bring in our best relief pitcher, Mason Miller, 120 overall diamond. I need you to give me 1 inning, maybe 2. Wow. We were a foot away from giving up a home run on his first pitch of the game. Thank goodness for that high wall out in left field. Not how we wanted to start, Mason. Got ourselves a situation, man in scoring position, no outs. And I did not realize he has a 14 ERA in this season so far. Had I known that going into this one, I might not have brought him in. 2-2 count, we're gonna try the curve in the dirt. He gets on top of it. Ellie makes the catch over there at third, and we keep the man at second. He's first pitch swinging on the high inside cheese. And there's out number 2. Stays at second. 1-2 count. We're going to try the curveball away in the dirt. And we got him. We strike out their best batter, and that leadoff double, which was almost a home run, doesn't hurt us. Bottom of the 8th, we got Judge leading this inning off. Our last chance to get some insurance runs to try and end this in the top of the 9th. He's got 2 home runs a day. Can he make it the trifecta? 3-1 count. I'll be happy with the leadoff walk. Or a mistake pitch. Leadoff walk. Let's go. Now that brings up Harper. And the only thing is, with Judge's speed, we aren't going to be able to steal second. Right down the middle. If we waited back, that would have been a double. We would have had runners on second and third. Just a couple feet foul. Let's straighten that out, bud. Now we got a 2-2 count. We're fighting. And he gets us on the sweeper. That was nasty. And now we got Cal up. A liner down to the first baseman. It's not a double play, though. And now that brings up Ellie. And we chase the changeup out of the zone. A couple feet, and that inning's completely different right there. Top of the 9th. We weren't able to get any more insurance runs in the bottom of the 8th. Can we hold on to the 2-run lead to get our first win against the Monkeys? And even though we're up by 3 or less runs, I'm going to leave Mason out there to try and close this game and get the save. If he gets in trouble, I'll bring in Diaz. But Mason is the best pitcher we got left. 1-2 count. We're going to try and get him to change him away. Can we get him chasing? Hits it hard, straight to Acuna. There's one. 2 outs away now. You know what? That's okay. He honestly didn't hit it that hard. A 1-out single. 1 swing of the bat could end the game with a double play. But that also does bring the game-tying run up to the plate. It just depends on how you look at it. Full count now. We cannot walk this guy and put a runner in score position. But again, we can't give him a good pitch and let him possibly tie this thing. So we're going to try that slurve low in on the corner. And we walk him. First and second now, runner in scoring position. Exactly what I didn't want. Because now that brings the go-ahead run up to the plate. On the ground. Double play opportunity to end the game, and we do it. Mason closes the game out, gets the save, and we hold on for the 6-4 dub to finally beat the Monkeys for the first time. We finally got the monkey off our backs. And Judge obviously gets the MVP with his 2 home runs. And that does it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time.